in the US. I also see this in India and many other countries. And as a result, people's vote becomes even more valuable. Modern India's greatest strength is that world's largest and vibrant democracy. Everyone talks about Indian democracy. But over the last few years, some of us believe that institutions are under civil societies not allowed to really have the freedom and flexibility they should have. Media is controlled and managed. And as a result, people's freedom ultimately gets affected. In India, there has been electronic voting machine for about 15 years. To that step, EVM was added, where you are shown a receipt for 7 seconds. And the receipt then gets dumped into the box. And there are lots and lots of questions as to how it is done. Do I really or I don't trust it? Lots of discussion has been going on for many years. I get all kinds of technical experts telling me this is how you hack it. Some people came and told me there is a board with special processor or sonar which can give you access to satellite in some systems. Others have given me demo. I really don't know who to believe. But I know that the entire supply chain, from production of the machine to when you vote to when you count, there are lots of loopholes. Machines are about 15-year-old. As an engineer who has spent 60 years now in IT telecom, I understand the complications of the revision, hardware revision, software revision, patches, who controls which software. So the whole chain is not as simple as people will have us believe. And this has caused a great deal of debate, discussions at various levels in India. I was watching this for quite some time. And I came across the Citizen Commission's on election report by former judge of the Supreme Court, Lokur, who I know personally. I have great regard for him. And the whole team that worked on it, including Mr. Devasaya. When I read that report, I got alarmed that enough attention is being paid to that report. That's the time when I decided to end my life to this whole activity on EVM. I felt that the Citizens Commission on Election deserves respect. What they are saying is very, very important. And the response I have seen from Election Commission, that is in the public domain, tells me that not much is being done to bridge this trust. There is a huge trust. It doesn't matter what Election Commission thinks. It matters what people of India think. This is not an issue just for political party or for Election Commission or for Supreme Court. It is really an issue for the voter. You got to convince me, the voter. Don't ask me to convince Election Commission. Today it is exactly opposite. Election Commission is saying their response is very bureaucratic. I've seen the response to Jaram Ramesh, and I'm convinced that the response answers the questions raised. People have asked for meetings, they haven't done it. Now that the elections are around the corner, I don't think that how you can hack it, when can it be hacked, what version of the software is. So that is no longer on the table. That's over. That phase we have lost is left on it. The only option today, according to me, is paper ballot. It's not very complicated. So to say that going to paper ballot would be going back, no. Always go back to fundamentals. It is always good to go back to basics. I remain very concerned that if we don't prepare for the right kind of solution in the next few weeks, we will lose people's trust. If you do that, it's like losing trust in your democracy. Democracy is never perfect. There is always work in process. Today is an example of citizens' voice. Democracy is not just about government and government institutions. It is about citizens. It is for the people, by the people, of the people. And people have to speak. And I find many times people are afraid to speak because they'll be hounded either by trolls or by government agencies or by people who don't believe in you. So to me, we are at a very critical point in this election cycle. And we must speak up. Even now I get calls from Dallas, Israel, UK, South Asia, telling me how it is. I don't know whether it is tempered or not. I have no, but that doesn't stop me from thinking that I have lost trust. I'm an Indian citizen and I'm concerned about voting in India. I have a voice, like many others, and I want to use that voice. And I want election commission to be sensitive to the needs and not remain in their own little environment and talk with great authority and not answer the questions easy. Paper ballot is the only option today. So I'm not here to debate the technical solutions because that phase is over. People are demanding that election commission listen to their voices. There are demonstrations in Delhi, Mumbai. I'm aware of some of these, and it bothers me that government, election commission, paid any attention to these voices. With this, I want to invite my colleague today, Mr. Devashahayam, IAS officer, worked on the Citizens Commission, knows a lot more about these issues than I do. And I would like him to take 12 minutes and explain the situation from his perspective. And then we can go for question answers. Thank you. Mr. Devasaya. You are the technology guru, and I am a novice in technology. I hardly know technology. I am a student of economics. But what is my credential? See, I have been in the Indian Administration Service, and during my career, I have conducted elections, various elections. I am a super senior citizen now. I have cast my vote under the paper ballot system. I have cast my vote under the EVM system. I have cast the vote under the EVM vvpat system. So a comprehensive idea of how the paper ballot system worked and how the EVM vvpat system is working is my personal knowledge. That gives me the qualification for today's intervention. Now let us start with the basics. See, actually, what is the basic? What is an election? What is an election? There's a notion really in this country that it's a question of numbers. People come and stand in the queue, something, and then there are some numbers. One political party wins, other political party loses, and this party forms the government. That's the end of it. People have to follow the government that has been formed. It's a matter of numbers. It is not a matter of numbers. This is a citizen transferring her sovereignty. In a democracy, citizen wins, and the election is through which he is transferring his sovereignty to the elected representatives, whether it is MLA or MP, whatever it is. So, if he is transferring his sovereignty, the fundamental and basic essential principles of democracy, or a democracy principle, need to be complied with. That the voter must know that her vote is cast as intended, recorded as cast, and counted as recorded. This is the essence without which there is no election. This issue went before the General Constitutional Court in 2009, and they clearly asked, and there was a technology presentation. They said, no, we are not interested in a technology presentation. Do we comply with these democratic principles? They said no. Then they declared it unconstitutional. That is point number one. Most essential part, unless the electoral process complies with the democracy principles. That means end-to-end verifiability to the knowledge of the voter. That is important. Now what is happening? That used to happen during the paper ballot. Now what is happening? The voter goes in, presses a button, there's a beep, there's a light. He doesn't know. Hello. Sorry. So he doesn't know. A light comes out. This is the best machine in the world. I don't care. I'm not a technical man. This will be the best word. I believe everything what the comes to say. Invincible, infallible, all this superlative language. But I don't care. That doesn't provide the basic democracy principles. That is why, from the very beginning, we had our own thoughts about the EVM system of the machine is taken over from the voter. The first basic principle. Then what happened? They brought in the vvpat as a solution. That yes, there will be some verifiability in the system. So they brought the voter verifiable paper audit trail and attached it with the election commission. 2013. The rule was amended. So as soon as the vvpats were attached, there were two votes. India is very, very interesting. You have two votes now. One vote is in the memory of the EVM. One vote is a paper slip, which you see for 7 seconds and it drops into your box. The rule is amended. The conduct of election rules. In the event of a dispute between the two, it's a paper slip that prevails. So it is natural, automatic that it is a paper slip that is to be counted. So strangely enough, in 2018, Election Commission brought a rule. No need to count paper slip. You will count only the EVM memory. And then they said, we will count just one book in the assembly constituency of 300 books. Half, less than half. It is a complete kind of joke. And from then onwards, we have been struggling. And they will not listen. All we have been telling them is, for heaven's sake, you have brought in this paper slip. And Supreme Court says, voter verifiable paper slip, paper trail, audit trail, so cross auditing. So count this. And if necessary, cross check it with your memory. If necessary. They are doing completely the reverse. That is fraud number one being committed by the election commission. Fraud number two, they take weeks and months to take the election. It's a long process in India, as you know. 7th phase, 8th phase, takes months. And that will take their own sweet time, dueling, voting, this, that, storing, and in a strong room for a month or 1.5 months. But they want to do the counting in a matter of minutes, matter of hours, and another. Just in such a tearing hurry. Actually, it's a counting that is critical. That's why the result comes out. That's why the representative decision, MLA, MP, municipalities. But they are in such a tearing hurry. When the matter before went to the Supreme Court, they take the excuse. No, it will take 3 days, it will take 4 days. It will take 3 days. It will not take. We have done the counting. Even if it takes 3 days, maximum 1 day it will take. They scared the Supreme Court. Supreme Court got scared. So, no. I said, what is it? You are doing the electoral process for 2 weeks, storing it for 1 day a month. It was an absurd argument. But we have been trying to represent repeatedly civil society. But starting from January 2019, Election Commission doors were closed. Completely closed and hermetically sealed. They will not listen to anybody. They will not talk to anybody. They will not look at anybody as if they are in there. That is why we set up this Commission on Election. I am the coordinator of this Citizens Commission, and we have worked for more than a year. We went into 7 issues. I am not going into that. 7 issues directly related to the integrity of the electoral process. But we are now talking about EVM, vvpat. So, this is very important. We wanted to be doubly sure and triply sure. We brought in the best experts in the world. Not only in India, the world. Professor Subhashish Banerjee of IIT Delhi, Professor Sandeep Shukla of IIT Kanpur. Both of them brought in the best experts in the world. They analyzed the whole thing and gave a report. And in some substance, the outcome of this report of this year, which was brought in 2001, it says, due to the absence of end verifiability, the present EVM system not verifiable. Therefore, is unfit for democratic elections. Best brains in the world. I am not saying this. I am not a technical man. Unfit for democratic elections. And they gave a reason for that. They said, due to the absence here. Then they said, in practice, it may be necessary to test more EVM than even the political party demand. That means 100%. We demanded 50%. The Commission says it should be 100%. Then there must be a stringent audit of the electronic vote count also declared, which they are not doing now. Finally, it says the electronic voting system should be redesigned or recalibrated to be software and hardware independent in order to be repayable and auditable. Following this, we gave the suggestion to the Election Commission, signed by about 10,000 people in August of last year, They were listen. We will keep your EVM. No problem. We did not ask for a paper ballot. Keep your EVM. Keep your vvpat. But the slip is now too small. It's printed in thermal paper. Vanishes in a matter of couple of weeks. So you make the paper slightly bigger. Print it in quality paper. Give it in the hands of the voter. Now the doubt is, what is shown paper slip is not actually being counted. That is the doubt. Because some manipulation takes place. I don't know if it's or not. That is a doubt. So give it in the voter's hand and the voter puts it in the chip-free box in front of everybody. So that it can't. So the voter is satisfied. The voters come into their hand and seen it, satisfied, the symbol, candidate's name is there, and put the vote into the paper ballot. And then count that slip. That is the real vote. Count that slip. Then, if necessary, if there are some doubts, probably take to the electronic voting machine. That can be done in a matter of minutes. That is already on the computer. So such a simple formula we gave them. They will not even listen. They will not respond. Then soon thereafter, the matter was taken up by the political parties. The India bloc passed a resolution in December on the same lines, exactly the same. Election Commission will not listen and drag on and on. Now the election is just about 3 months away. So now I entirely concur with my colleague, Pitroda, that we have no option but to go back to the paper ballot. Good. There's no option. And there's a reason. I must close it saying why. I must explain as a person who conducted the activity that you want to talk about. Committee to observe election. Yeah, you can just do it. Yeah. Now, there are a lot of questions to ask. Yeah, why we are saying exactly why we are saying paper ballot? Because everything is available. See, the ballot boxes are not high-tech items. They are being continuously produced in the country because local bodies and panchayats are conducting the elections through paper ballot. And it's a low-tech, manufactured directly under the collector and district election office. Okay, so that boxes can. In any case, paper ballots are printed only after the candidate. You just have to line up the printing process. So even at the instant notice of 2-3 weeks, you can go back to the paper ballot, which we have been there going on most of the democratic countries. So our demand now is we are using this. We are through this press conference today. We are openly saying we will not accept anything except paper ballot, and that is the only system which can play with the democracy principle and end very period will answer questions. And before concluding, I would like to say, see, elections in India used to be a very sacred affair. And people all the world have a lot of faith in the India's electoral process. That faith has been badly broken because of the totally insensitive attitude of the Election Commission of India. So we in the civil society propose to set up the electoral monitoring group, international election monitoring group, to monitor the elections in 2024 parliament election. And preliminary work is already on. And by the middle of February, the group will be in place. And I'm sure they will keep a close watch and see that these elections are held in a free and fair manner with integrity. Thank you very much. We are willing to answer any questions. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am pleased to note that we have more than 150 people on this Zoom call. Thank you for your interest. We are honored that you took time to come listen to us. See lots of hands being raised. I'm requesting our technical team take one by one, and we'll try to answer as many as possible. Who is going to enter people on questions? Hello, Sam. Siddharth from ANI is with us. No, hold on. Let the team handle it. Let the team handle it, Virendra. Okay. Technical team, Vishal. Where is Vishal and Shan? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Sharman, go ahead. क्या है? Hold your Yes, sir. I am Sharman again, calling from Bhopal. Yes. From Bhopal. Is with support. Can we also talk about the microphone, please? Intervene. Direct it to the media people first. Yeah, I'm Peter of MP Post. I'm Peter of MP Post. Please go ahead. Yeah. लेकिन कैंसर आपसे ये आग्रह है कि ये बिजनेस बहुत तेजी के साथ उठ रहा है. इसका एक सिर्फ सीधी भाषा में समाधान क्या है, क्योंकि इलेक्शन कमीशन का कहना है कि ऐसा कोई हैकिंग नहीं होती, कोई किसी तरह की समस्या नहीं है पूर्व के और वर्तमान. दूसरा, आप लोग ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट भी गए, आपका फोरम भी बना और ये इस पे विषय तो बहुत चल रहा है, लेकिन इसका समाधान आप बता दीजिए कि क्या यदि ये समाधान नहीं हुआ कि कांग्रेस पार्टी इलेक्शन का बाइकआउट करे. ये कांग्रेस पार्टी को डिसाइड करना. हम अभी बात कर रहे हैं कंसर्न सिटीजन और हमें कोई भरोसा नहीं. हमें इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वोटिंग मशीन पे भरोसा नहीं. पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को जो करे दैट इज देयर प्रिविलेज. ठीक है जी. दूसरा मेरा ये कि इंडिया जो है ना डिजिटल इंडिया से डिजिटल डेमोक्रेसी की तरफ जा रहा है और जो है ना बैलेट पेपर की तरफ आ रहा है. उसमें कोई डेमोक्रेसी is more about independent institutions. It is about decentralization. It is not about electronic voting machine for voting. So let's not confuse. कि आपने इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वोटिंग कर दिया and then you become dictatorial. ये तो कोई बात ही बनती नहीं. So confuse मत करिए डिजिटल इंडिया को इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मशीन के साथ. हमें इतना ही जानना है कि लोगों को कॉन्फिडेंस है कि नहीं. लोगों ने कॉन्फिडेंस गवाया है. Okay, let's go to the.
We'll allow one question per person. Please be aware of this. Thank you.
Yes. Rakesh, turn on the with microphone. Who is the next one? Let's not lose time. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Right.
So, actually, I was about NXP. Poonam Agarwal is actually a journalist who has raised up the issue of EVM quite frequently in the last 6 years. And one of our recent videos shows that NXP's Semiconductors, which is one of the biggest semiconductor companies in the world, is the actual company that is manufacturing our EVMs. Okay, right. So I want to draw your attention to the fact that according to NXP's own admittance, that they were hacked for 3 years before 2019.
Yes, all you know.
And if the manufacturer of our voting machines is hacked, they're saying we were hacked for 3 years and we didn't even know. It could be probably Chinese hackers. This is their claim. This is public knowledge.
Thank you, and I agree with you that that's why people have lost trust. An election, I don't believe in that.
Yes. And also, sir, actually, I respect him a lot. I have familiar relationships with him as well. He just claims, and a lot of people are just claiming that it cannot be hacked. He's giving you a message and saying it can. It's not
I know it can be happened. My colleague eventually security has to protect its time. That's okay. We're not talking about personal issues. I'm basically saying to people, sense in arguing with somebody who is not willing to listen. It doesn't know what they're talking about. Come on, give me a break. This is democracy. And I'm not going to listen to it. And that's why I'm letting my voice. Because it has gone too far. If election commission had been involved into people, having a broader conversation, looking at the issues to being, I wouldn't see a need to speak up like this. But I'm concerned, I'm very concerned, and that's why I'm speaking. Thank you. Next, Mr. Yeshwant. Thanks, Rakesh. This is the way to. Mr. Bave, please unmute. Rakesh, need to unmute him right away. Thank you. Okay. Thanks. Thank you, Mr. Pitroda and Shishrayan. In fact, you may recollect we had made long time back when I was secretary in Florida. Yes, yes. I really endorse that democracy is the most fundamental, and voting and the centrality of voters is its foundation. We have had excellent presentations, so my heartiest congratulations on this subject of great moment. Now, since it is felt that paper ballot is the only way to go to maintain the democratic voting integrity, I shall not go any further on that path. But I would like to draw your attention to more fundamental, not more fundamental, but something that predates voting. You mentioned about social media. Social media influences voters, sways them, mesmerizes them, or coerces them. That predates the actual voting by them. So we are addressing, of course, the voting machine and the paper ballot. That is fine. Recently, Global Risk Report 2024 puts India at number 1 position in what it calls misinformation and disinformation. I'm not going to how they arrive it and what happens. US is put at number 6. I'm not concerned with that. Yes, we know that media is the message. Yes. What would be, in your view, a technological solution, however inadequate, partial, to address this, I would say, menace? Because left governments, the response is going to be autocratic and in favor of more controls on the content itself. Thank you. No, very good question. Thank you for your intervention. It's true that misinformation get propagated. I don't think we have enough time for a right. AI will help that in the future, but AI will also hurt that in the future. So we don't have right now enough time. All I would request people to do is find your own. Don't listen to social media. It is not truth. You are intelligent enough. Talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends, talk to your respect, and find your own truth. The truth that is propagated on social media is not true. So if somebody says, I have so many, everybody is excited about this, because I can ask 1,000 people my views and pay them 5,000 rupees a month, and all of a sudden, I pay them social media. Just ignore that. Find your own truth. Thank you. University.
Yeah, Sam, Rakesh, maybe we should allow ANI and other news agencies who are in this call.
Media people, you can just focus on media people, it'll be better.
Rakesh, there is ANI in the list, Rajesh.
This is Subhash Sharma from ANI, sir. Hi, Siddharth. I'm fine, sir. Am I audible? You are audible. Just a minute, sir. Quick. Yeah. So I want to ask you, because since you are saying that you are raising this voice as a concerned citizen who is interested in a free and fair elections to be conducted in India. But why don't your group, because since you are already a chairperson of a wing of Congress party, I'm not bringing party in the picture. So what my plea is to you about my question is that why don't you people are reaching out to the opposition parties, because opposition parties are so that was my question, sir. And mainly, do you think that now when the elections are on the verge, your demand is how much your demand will be practical and will be accepted by the political parties and the election commission? Political parties, it has to do with the election commission. Political parties have nothing to do with it. According to me, if they want to raise their voice, they're welcome. This is a citizens issue. It is a citizens issue that election commission must pay attention to. Let me tell you, I go as far as to say that today corporates are funding elections, but they don't vote. Why are we corporates who fund elections? So that we sort it out. World over, I mean, why are we allowing corporate money to vote? That is a government issue. So right now we are taking over, and that is build trust. That is trust deficit. The only way to build trust is to go to paper ballot now, because we have all that time. That's all. And so when you say that there is a chance of tampering in the EVM, the ruling party and the that's not what anybody says. It does not mean it's up to the regulation. It's not on the table anymore. Okay. That's what we are talking about. That's it over. Let's move on. And your colleague said they are going to national monitoring group to look after the free and fair election. I think that is it right to have an international monitoring group? Why not? What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? We are open to transparent. Okay? It doesn't mean it. But I know we are a country of 1.5 billion people. Okay, we got to be open. We need to lead the world. On one hand, you want to lead the world. On the other hand, you want to close it.